Variety Show Podcast. Lunchtime Variety Show. Lunchtime Variety Show Podcast. Lunchtime Variety.
Hey everybody, I just got exciting news. After I posted the last episode, only about 5 hours later I received a potential lead-in to get really big and famous. And you know, that's why anybody does anything, is to get really big and famous. So I got this letter, and it's from a guy that wants to help us out and believes in us. And so I thought I'd share it. Okay, it goes, I just finished watching one of your videos. Just wanted to take a minute to let you know I thought it was great. Really, I think your video could be the next big thing on YouTube, but I notice it has only 7 views. I mean, come on, people. It's clear from your videos that you've got talent. I can't believe you haven't started getting views yet. Do you realize that your videos are some of the better ones that YouTube has to offer? Thank you so much for making them. It's so weird that people seem to watch the same kind of garbage videos all the time. I mean, just look at the most popular ones. When compared to yours, they seem so stale. I should probably let you get back to what you're doing, but before I go, I just wanted to mention that a friend of mine used to have the same problem getting views. He finally took care of that problem when he found becomeviral.com. How it works is, they send a ton of views to your videos. The views really help your video get into YouTube search engine, which then gets your video even more exposure and views. So I just thought that was really helpful. And for those people that just want to get really famous, well, go to becomeviral.com. And I'm sure all your problems will be solved.
You're listening to the Lunchtime Variety Show Podcast. This episode is sponsored by Desire. If you've ever wanted anything ever, well, then you've already bought into it.
This segment is going to be called Do You See What I See? And it involves, how do you pronounce that famous doctor, Megan? Rorschach?
That's it.
Doctor.
He was a doctor?
Well, he was a psychologist. He was a psychologist.
That's not how you pronounce that.
And he did ink blotties on papers, and then he'd show them to psychopaths and normal people, and he'd say, hey, look at this. Do you see something interesting, or where is your mind dark? And they would tell him things. So, for this game, myself and Megarn are going to look at an ink blot and write down a list of things that we can see, and then we will discuss. So, let's open the ink blot. We got an ink blot here. We just made it.
Oh no. I already see something terrible.
Alright, okay. 1, 2, 3, scribble.
How many things?
Just as many as you can do.
I can't make any jokes in my...
You can.
otherwise it would just go wow.
Like psychopaths will see your things better. But I'm pretty... My response is so far.
Yeah.
That's part of the test. Okay, we can stop. How many do you have?
Could you ask me to explain why I saw it better?
That works. Okay, stop! Alright. We've taken our notes, we've jotted our dots and lined our T's, and now we will share our answers. Okay. Should we go back and forth? Okay. First on my list is a tiki. Mm-hmm. That's all I wrote, was a tiki. It looks like a tiki guy, you know, in like dollar store decor. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Okay.
But now I already don't want to go with it.
That's your turn?
Vagina.
Okay.
Sorry.
So far, 1 point for me.
No, we're doing points. 1 point.
Negative for Megan. Okay. Second thing I saw was an ant.
Second thing I saw was I just have butt written down.
Butt. I'm ant and you're butt.
So first one of mine was vagina, the second one was butt.
Okay, you get a point for that. I'll get... Ant is like neutral, so I'll just get 0. You got a -1 for a vagina, though.
I don't think that's how you're... I don't think you're doing it right.
No, this is how the doctors do it. Okay. Next is Ape Man, is what I saw. An ape man. Because he was like, if you flip it, is like an ape man climbing a pole in the middle here. It's like actually 2 ape men looking at each other in the eyes.
Oh, I see.
And they're like scaling a wall.
I see it.
It looks kind of like Donkey Kong.
It does.
It was cute, I thought, so...
Well, I have yellow jacket face.
Yellow jacket face.
See the...
Oh, yeah. Okay, yellow jacket face, I see that. So you get a point for that. I get a point.
And then this is where we flipped it.
Yeah, now we flip it over.
What'd you see when we flipped it?
Oh, when we flipped it. This is a weird one for me, but I had to write it down because it came to mind. I saw 2 men kissing with elephants on their heads who were kissing. What did you see?
I have 2 guys yelling at each other, but I have 2 elephants. We saw
No way!
So these guys are yelling at each other, and I have the elephants like this.
This is Eureka! We got, whoa, that's hecka weird.
That is weird.
Okay, and I'm sure I'll put a picture up on the video of this, but wow. And they have kind of like a big hair or turbans, a little chin.
Yeah, they're
right?
yelling.
Yeah.
And the elephants are up here.
Okay, there we go. Hope I'm not gay.
You are.
That would suck. It would suck because I'm
Oh, would it suck because gay people are bad?
No, Megan, that's not what I mean.
It's bad to be gay.
That's not what I mean. I mean, I love my Dana, and I called her it. I'll say it. My Dana.
All right, well...
Okay, next. That's really amazing, though.
Yeah, that's weird. But maybe it's not weird. I can't tell. There's only 2 of us and we saw this act.
It's true. Maybe we're just an average human.
Maybe anybody's seeing.
And the average human would do that.
But that's what we both saw right when we flipped it over.
Yeah, first thing on our list, too.
Weird.
Okay. Next on mine is Elf standoff with Batman in a cave. And then there's a bat above it. If you look at the negative white space here, this is Batman. And he's confronting the elf, which is in the middle.
Oh,
and then here's the bat in the cave over him.
That's exactly what that is.
Mm-hmm. And
they're on a street.
Yeah, they're in a standoff like in an alley, and then this is like
darkness.
The cityscape. Yeah. So that's what I saw.
I have Nefertiti written down.
What is it?
Nefertiti.
Nefertiti? Like titty?
No, Nefertiti. The
Nefertiti.
The Egyptian symbol of beauty. She was an Egyptian queen.
You saw the Egyptian queen of beauty in the ink blot?
That's how it struck me, yes.
Is it because it's black?
No. I don't know, that's just what I saw. That's why I had to ask that question.
Really, you really
That's just what it...
Got a heavy soul.
Reminded me.
That's like...
But if you look at a picture of Nefertiti, you'll see... Well, maybe you won't see it.
For me, I can never imagine going to a place like Nefertiti or like a real symbol, or you know what I mean? Like, I can't see anything more in an ink blot than what I'm actually trying to get out of it.
Oh.
Like, physically it. I'm trying your way, like, to see how it strikes you and, like, what it conjures up. I think that's how you're doing it, right?
Yeah, that's just what...
And it's just what happens to you. That's really weird. I wish that I could do that, but I'm just sitting here, like, picking out cartoons.
Well, we both saw the men and the elephants.
Yeah, that's good.
That's the last one.
A single grave atop a mountain.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Clouds.
Yeah, the little clouds there. And then this, I imagine, would be all the soil and the stuff underneath the mountain. But... no, that's what I saw. A single grave. Like the R.I.P. old school cartoony background.
My last one...
What's your last one?
Angry.
Angry.
I couldn't think.
Okay. So I saw a single grave atop a mountain last, and you saw angry. What do you think that says about you? I
saw 2 guys yelling at each other. I saw angry. I saw vagina. I saw butt.
I don't know what that says, but...
I don't think I want to do this again.
We gotta keep doing it. I mean, I think we're gonna learn a lot about ourselves
and
if we keep doing this. Yeah.
I think it's interesting that we have so many things that I don't know how many people looking at it, if you put them in a room, would say what they saw, how many people would say, oh yeah, I see that. But there's a lot where like, oh yeah, yep, there it is. Yep, I see that too.
Yeah, and what would get lost on people is that, do you think that's how they pick out the psychopaths? I'm going to research this further, because I think this is interesting, and we don't even know anything about it.
I don't know, because written down on paper, it looks bad that I saw vagina, butt.
Vaginas are life.
Vagina.
What do vaginas mean to you?
Extremely. That's the first thing I saw. Vagina and a butt.
I think it's a lot different that you're a woman and you saw vagina too, because like male seeing vagina has like a lot of different connotations.
Does it?
Yeah, I would think, because like just from like a sexual standpoint, a pervy dude's gonna see a vagina every time.
Is it pervy dudes? I don't know.
Well, I just mean like every single time. And there is something to like the nature of the ink blot is you put an ink on paper and you fold it down the middle. And so when you open it up, anything you fold down the middle is gonna have kind of a vagina-esque nature of shape. You know what I mean? Because it's symmetrical. It's going to have a split. Mm-hmm. And that's what vaginas look like.
Also, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have seen that if I hadn't I was just pregnant for the past recent while, and I was in a doctor's office a lot, and they always had the female reproductive system in some diagram. So I see the ovaries here.
I see it now. Yeah, the fallopian tubes right above the guys kissing.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think actually it was flipped, so I don't know if I have an excuse.
Okay.
I don't have an excuse. Never mind.
Yeah.
I just saw him turning it back.
See the Ant-Man?
I do see the Ant-Man, but I also see the yellow jacket face, you other things, and then...
I mean, they're basically the same thing. You probably just like yellow jackets more.
I see a little smile. He has a little smile, and these are like hands peeking over a fence.
Little smile. It's adorable.
He's speaking.
He's got a little adorable smile. Oh my god, I love that now. He's a happy little ant. I was seeing him like as like terrorizing, like the movie where the giant ants kill everybody. It's like a really old sci-fi movie. I can't remember it, but
it's probably called Ants.
Probably called Ants. Big Ants. Small World. Alright, so I guess it's getting towards the end of our lunch break. You want to go back? And we can wrap up the show. We should have some kind of conclusion to this game. I haven't planned it out very well, so... Oh, I could add up points. Okay.
I don't like the points.
Well, we could... Maybe you could do points next time.
I don't even know how you would...
I know the right thing. I always know the right thing. Because I always know the right thing, I know how to judge everything.
Oh.
And so, let me add it up real quick. Daniel, 500 points. Megan, 3 points.
All right, this is Dr. Androsky reporting on the Rorschach test that Megan and Daniel both participated in just a few minutes ago. I listened to the recording and I've come to a few conclusions about both of them. Now, Megan and Daniel have some psychological and sociological similarities, but they also are very different. Let me start off by saying that I'm coming from a semi-Freudian background and saying that and presuming that identity is formed through opposing our self-image to some other image that we could potentially be, an outside force. So this is basically the first differentiation that we make when we're an infant. The first thing that we need to realize when we are a baby in order to come up with a sense of self is that we are separate from our environment. Typically, when we look at these Rorschach tests, we'll see images that both recall important events, birth, the fear of death, which motivates a lot of our actions, possibly the first time we recognize that we were different from our environment, which is what Lacan would call the mirror stage, where we recognize that we are indeed separate from our environment. So, getting down to it, Daniel's images are markedly more whimsical and childlike. Fewer boundaries are drawn. Many of his images are cartoony or ridiculous, or perhaps images from childhood. He's got a tiki man. He has cartoony type figures or elves and Batman and all kinds of ridiculous kinds of stuff. We can see that he has a more childlike temperament. His lines drawn between sense and nonsense, and his boundaries, his oppositions basically, which reflect a more adult and opposed and structural type of mentality, it isn't the case with him. He's more childlike, more whimsical, more there are no boundaries between myself and my environment, and there are no rules. Megan, on the other hand, is more, she has a stronger differentiation between herself and her environment, and her boundaries between sense and nonsense are more palpable. So basically we see that she has a strong self-image reflected in the images, as well as a strong sense of outsiders. So the outside world is very separate from her, as opposed to like being more one, more like free to be in the real world. So we see a few things with that. She had an image of Nefertiti, which I would say is probably reflecting the mirror, the first mirror stage. So that's more of a reflection of her self-image. Daniel didn't really have a self-image except for perhaps the single grave on top of the mountain, which is maybe grandeur and death with a cartoony background. Again, it's a whimsical, accepting position to have with the world, whereas Megan definitely has more hostility in her. She saw angry. She saw a yellow jacket man, which is very hostile. What else did she see? She saw all kinds of threatening images. Megan has like kind of a glorified self-image, and if we say that she's comparing herself to Nefertiti. In conclusion, I believe that Daniel has a more childish psychology. His boundaries between himself and his environment are less strongly drawn. His boundaries between different things are less strongly drawn. He doesn't perceive the differences between things as much. So he believes that it's more okay to cross lines that other people wouldn't be comfortable crossing. Megan, on the other hand, definitely has a more guarded psychology where she sees hostility, more hostility than Daniel does in her environment. And so therefore she has a stronger differentiation and protection from her environment. And I also believe that they both have kind of glorified self-images. The reports I've come up with here are inconclusive. I will have to do further studies in order to get a better grasp of the psychological makeup of Megan and Daniel.
You're listening to the Lunchtime Variety Show podcast. This episode is sponsored by Desire. If you've ever wanted anything ever, well, then you've already bought into it.
They say every cloud has a silver lining, but most clouds I see have a dark gray outline, so they should say every cloud has a dark gray outline. I'm as happy as a clam, which is to say I don't really have any emotions at all. If you roll with the punches, you apparently don't mind that another person is beating the shit out of you.
Hot button topics. Hot button topics. Hot button topics. Hot button topics. Hot buttons.
Hot buttons. Hot buttons.
All right. Today's hot button topics. Hold on. Okay. We got a new co-host. It's a new backseater. His name's Eli, and he's gonna moderate our hot button topic issues. Because earlier, me and Megan realized that we stopped liking each other after our discussions. And now...
Is that what you realized? And now my feelings are hurt. I still liked you.
Okay, well, I started disliking Megan, and Eli's here to make it better.
Okay.
Wow, I didn't know what this is.
Yeah, so
this is news to me.
This is a list of hot button topics, right?
All right. Hi, Daniel. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Mm-hmm.
Should I just get the ball rolling with these topics?
Get it rolling.
Yeah.
Okay. First hot topic button issue is kids who tease a dog through a fence.
Hold on. Did you say hot topic button? Because that's
think
that's an entirely different thing. A hot
that what
topic
this is
button.
I thought it was called hot pizza chopstick.
All right. What is it, sir?
Kids who tease dogs through a fence.
Oh,
What are you guys' thoughts?
Megan.
I'll just say, if you heard that and you think, what's a big deal? You're the worst person.
I hate kids that tease dogs through fences.
I agree.
I hate that.
I almost picked this topic.
I hate them so much. Every time I see a kid teasing a dog through a fence,
I want to throw that
specifically.
kid in the yard.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Yeah, if there's a dog teasing a kid through just a doorway, it's fine. Perfectly fine. But I think fences is what really does
Let's
it.
think about who's on the inside of the fence, though.
Uh-huh.
If the kid's inside of a fence, like, inside of a cage, is it okay?
If the kid's in a cage
Yeah.
and the dog's outside of the cage,
Yeah.
And the kid
But the
is,
kid's still teasing him.
oh,
Wow.
Does it change?
that might change things.
Then it makes the kid
Justified.
Well, the kid's in a mental institution. If he's in a cage.
Okay.
Teasing a dog from his cage,
Still sucks.
so he's not
It's
right.
still
in the head.
awful, right?
So you
I
shouldn't
don't think
tease
he's
dogs.
awful. I just think, dude, that kid has like problems. Doesn't he
Uh-huh.
know he's in a cage?
Well,
But-
okay.
I don't know. I think it's
Overall, the kid's stupid no matter what. If he's got mental issues, I don't like him. If he teases dogs, I don't like him.
It's hard to come to any conclusion without knowing the context.
The specific.
Because we don't really know. I mean, in general.
you need more context than there's a dog behind a fence.
Well, yeah. Well, to judge the kid, in general, it's a rotten thing to do. But like, you don't know
It
if
is
the
a rotten
dog
thing to do.
if the dog bit the kid in the past.
No,
or-
I'm talking about, like, you always saw those kids walking home from school, or, if you walked to school or walked, you always saw the kid trying to act all tough, teasing a dog in
Yeah,
the yard.
that's what it always is. They think they're hot shit poking
Yeah.
at a dog.
And the bigger the dog, the more the kid teases. And I just want that kid to be in the yard. And I want the dog to maul that kid.
Also, any human will take sides with the animal in any circumstance.
That's not true.
You don't think so?
No, and those people are so bad.
No, I know. I would prefer to see people being killed on the TV than
Yeah.
horses.
It's definitely
Yeah, I didn't see that movie
more
War
sad
Horse.
when a dog dies.
Yeah. So
then
okay.
I don't know.
So we agree. We hate kids
Okay, so
who do that, right?
kids who tease dogs through a fence, bad.
I think
Yeah.
it's bad.
Okay.
That's a serious bad thing.
And I know those people who love kids who tease dogs through fences.
You know those people?
Yeah, and they're
Who?
the worst.
Who are those people? I'm sad that you know them.
Man, I've gotten into some heated discussions with people who love kids who tease dogs.
Who?
I don't want to go into it.
Do I
if
know them?
If you're out there and you hear me, email LTVS podcast about how you love teasing kids.
Okay.
What?
You heard? You heard
Wait.
him?
If you're a dog listening to this, you please email us and tell us how much you love to tease kids back.
If you're a baby who loves fences, IM me at daddybabyjazzlover
No.
at AOL.com 92.
No. No.
I think that's a good. Shall we move on to?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that we closed it. Bad.
This is a good transition theme-wise. The next hot topic button topic is dogs running around on a flatbed truck, which is going highway speed.
There's a witch going.
Presumably down the highway.
No.
It says it's going highway
The
speed.
truck is
so-
going down the highway, and the
says highway
dog's
I
in
imagine
bed.
that happening in a truck and a witch on a broomstick going highway speed yep. to the truck.
No,
Well, how do you guys feel about that?
I'm fine with that.
I feel
right.
scared.
Okay, but the real
Witches.
issue is, so dogs are running around untethered
Like,
in the bed of
when
a
you
truck
just see,
when
like,
they're
a-
going on the freeway.
Like a pit bull standing up on the freeway in the back of some
Do you
dude's
think that's
truck.
okay?
That they're, I mean, they might be chained in there, or like, on a leash in the truck.
Usually when I see it happening, the dog looks like he's having fun.
Yeah,
That's true.
I think that's fine. I mean, do you have a problem with that, Eli? You don't like it?
I do have a problem with it, I think.
Oh.
I understand that dogs like to do... I understand that dogs like to have fun, and that's good. Mm-hmm. But I hate to bring this up, but I've seen dead dogs on the freeway.
Oh.
And...
You think all of them fell out? Wait a second.
Like, in parts of the freeway where there's no residential areas around.
So
you're
assuming that every dead dog you see on the road has fallen out of a truck.
I think a good portion of the dead dogs you see on the freeway probably leapt out of the back of trucks.
I don't know.
But
I don't know.
I don't think
you're giving dogs enough credit.
No, I've seen dogs tied down, and I've seen dogs like standing untied, like with their feet on the side part of the truck bed. And like, what if the driver hits a bump or something?
That's true.
You know, and if it's like a small poodle, it's even worse.
It's a small poodle.
Small poodles aren't truck dogs. If you have a small poodle in the back of your truck, you're messed up.
Yeah, not
true.
even messed up. It's just weird to put a poodle back there.
You just stole a dog.
It can fit in the front.
I think a poodle could do whatever. I think it would be fine.
I think a poodle could do.
I don't see why poodles can't be in the back of trucks.
That's the real hot topic.
Other dog breeds, because that's.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But
JK, I don't know. Poodles that is kind of weird.
Well, okay. Aside from that, I don't really have a problem. Are you on the freeway, or is that person just speeding?
I guess it could go either way, because that's the way it's worded.
If you're going,
it says highway speed.
If you're going highway speed, when you're not on the highway, you are a douche, and you're careless.
Okay.
Yeah, so besides the fact that the dog's running around.
So you have an untethered dog in the back of your truck, and you're just blowing through traffic. You're stupid.
That is kind of...
I have a problem with that kind of person. I do. If you're on the freeway and your dog is just running around, I can't say that I really can't say that I have a problem with it, because I just, I remember being a kid. I don't know, Eli, if you can remember when maybe you had parents that really cared about you. My parents let me ride in the back of a truck.
Mine too.
Of a truck.
I
always rode in the back of truck.
But it's definitely fun, but at the same time, it's like, when I've ridden in the back of trucks before, I'm always like lying down or sitting really low and like holding on.
But only
and
because
aware of the
you don't want the
fact
cops
that you
to see
could
you.
die real quick.
That's true. I've never been on the freeway in the back of a truck.
Yeah, and on the
I've been in
freeway
the
in the
trunk
back of
of
the
a
truck's a
car.
different story, yeah. That's kind of like some shit that Sid from Toy Story would
That's
do.
some shit boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that a boy?
Shit boy.
From Sid from Toy Story.
Sid from Toy Story, yeah.
That's his name?
Sid from
Shit
Toy
boy,
Story?
yeah.
Okay.
He explodes.
I
he
know. I'm
explodes his
familiar
toys.
with Sid. I didn't know that was his AKA.
AKA shit boy.
I didn't know that.
Did you learn that? That happened right after the movie came out.
Oh.
All the kids were calling him shit boy.
I didn't hang out with those kids.
Well,
Sorry.
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
Me and Eli grew
Okay.
up in a different economical situation.
I'm sorry. No, you didn't.
So, on the hot topic of dogs running around on a flatbed truck, which is going highway speed,
Bad.
I think we can all agree that's bad.
I will say I never thought about it, but the more I think about it, you're right. That's bad.
It kind of scares me when I see it, because
Yeah.
I can't really relate to the person that would do that, because I just love dogs, and if my dog's
Yeah.
riding with me, he's in the car with me.
No, that's true.
okay, so pretty
That's
much
bad.
bad, but sort of understandable, except
you're
if
a
it's a
redneck.
poodle.
Except if it's a poodle.
Okay.
Or a little chihuahua.
Oh.
Aw.
I don't like chihuahuas.
I don't like them, but if they're skittering around the bed of a
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I don't
those
know.
skitter.
If I don't like
There's
something, I don't mind if it dies, so.
Wow. That's another topic. Okay.
Yeah, alright.
Okay, on to the next hot button topic. Waitresses and waiters who put their fingers on top of the glass where you drink from when they deliver it to you. How do you guys feel about this
How
one?
do we feel about this?
Well,
Megan, you go first.
I can give you a glimpse into how I may feel by telling you that once I watched a Taco Bell employee drop my order onto the ground before it was packaged, and then pick it up and package it and
No
look
way.
around like they didn't see, and they gave it to me and I ate it. So,
I would have eaten it too.
Wow. See, I picked that one thinking maybe someone's gonna have some beef with that one. Maybe one of us is really going to feel strongly about germs.
But I know there's someone listening that's like, oh, God,
Yeah.
you guys are disgusting.
We're disgusting.
Yeah. That's just
I don't
surprising.
mind.
I'm gross.
The waiter could, like, put the palm of his hand over the rim and, like, just rub it clockwise and counterclockwise a couple times, and I wouldn't mind.
Honestly, I've never paid attention enough. I'm gonna check it out next time.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen, and I do take note, and I think, ugh, come on.
It's
don't
a
get your
weird-
fingers all up on my glass.
Yeah,
But I'll
germs are
drink
germs,
it.
yeah.
I'll drink it. I'm not gonna. What's it gonna? My question to you, people who are like, that's so gross. What happens to you? Do you know all the things that you're walking into?
They're
on a
the
daily
people
basis?
that buy those, like, Costco Purell
True.
cases.
Your body was designed. Your body is well equipped to process germs.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we all of a sudden discovered what germs were, and then they existed, and all of a sudden we started dying.
Yep.
It's not true.
Stupid yuppie duppies.
You guys are just put mind over matter and
Yeah.
quit being a little pussy.
Take
It's
it.
true. The same type of person that does that loves abortion.
Do they?
That's a fact, actually. They did a study on that.
Yeah.
The statistics don't lie.
I have
They
great
do.
great views on abortion, but that's not really as hot button as
Okay.
this stuff.
On a similar note, when a Taco Bell asks you what specific hot sauce you want, and you're annoyed by the fact that they have several unnecessary degrees of flavor and hotness, they should only have one flavor. Sorry, that was weird.
Weird and weird.
Worded weird.
Is that a real thing? Did you
Yeah,
guys
look.
go to that?
Okay.
I should read these first before I read them out loud.
So let me clarify, because I think all the
short.
words. And all the words is really confusing. So you're pissed. Do you get mad when you go to Taco Bell and they ask you if you want fire or whatever?
Or a scorcho, or no, that's Del Taco.
Scorcho?
I like, yeah,
Okay.
basically, too many degrees of flavor and hotness. They should only have one.
I made explain.
Yeah,
I made this one up.
I knew it! I knew it! I
I'm
knew
sorry.
you did! I knew it! That had Daniel written all over it.
I know it pisses me off that they
pisses you
ask me. First of all, that they ask me the specific hot sauce that I need. Like, I have to have every hot sauce name memorized, and then have my favorites picked out. And also, the degree of hotness is so slim that all
It's the
these
same sauce.
they're just it's all exactly the same. And even the fire sauce barely has any heat. So if they'd have so many happier people if they say, you want hot sauce? And the person was like, yeah, there's some hot sauce in there. Dude, that would save so many headaches across the globe.
I think you're onto something.
Right? I think that's
Yeah.
a real issue with Taco
Well-
Bell. I like Taco Bell overall.
I think that can be applied. I think if you give people too many options, you are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give people that many options, because then it just opens the door for picky people being stupid.
Yeah.
If you just say, this is what we got. Hot sauce, do you want hot sauce, yes or no? Tell me if you want hot sauce. Do you want some sauce that's going to make your food hotter?
Yes, always.
Okay. But when someone tricks you and says, okay, do you want fire? And the words, it's like,
Mild, fire, verde,
Isn't there like a
That means
zest
green.
or-
green sauce.
that's relevant,
I could
though.
see green and red. I
Yeah.
could see that.
So green or red?
Yeah, two
That's fine.
options is fine.
But when you get all crazy with the options, then it's just overwhelming. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I
Alright, I'm
don't
glad.
eat sauce.
Okay,
Okay.
I don't eat sauce, but I agree with you wholeheartedly.
awesome.
I myself go with mild, but let's move on.
Alright, whatever. I thought that was...
Okay, next hot button topic, or hot topic button
Myself.
issue is someone opening a cabinet door or drawer and leaving it open. How do you guys feel about this?
That pisses me off.
It piss you off?
Pisses me off.
Hate it. Looks like someone just robbed your ass.
And it's like, was it really? I just hate that because of what it symbolizes in a person. You are so lazy, you could not shut a door that you just opened or close a door.
I know.
You just open it and just
Sometimes
walk
I-
away.
Sometimes I walk in our kitchen and I almost lose my shit. I'm not going to go into any further detail, but
Your cat does it.
my cat is constantly climbing up her little cat ladder, opening all our cabinet doors.
She doesn't even close them.
She doesn't
God damn it.
That really does bother me. It's the same. I feel the same way about someone that takes a dish to the sink and leaves it next to the sink. It's like, here you go to wash my dish. Or here it is. You know, I mean, that's for parents. That must piss you off, like when you see your kid do that. But if it's just you living with another person and the person you live with takes the dish to the sink and does nothing to it, just puts it next to the sink.
I'm guilty.
How about?
Oh my God,
I'm guilty
Daniel.
of that.
Daniel!
I usually leave my plates in the sink with food on it. I don't know if that's okay. Like, if there's any food left over.
Oh,
That's another, the same thing. Put your food in the trash.
You're
If
disgusting.
If it's slimy.
Your mom didn't make you wash dishes,
You're
huh?
sick.
I've washed a few dishes.
No, your mom did not make you
Maybe
wash
not
dishes.
as many as other people
My
have.
mom didn't. No, my mom didn't make me wash dishes.
You're not even
either.
aware of the degree to which you frustrate others, Eli.
My mom didn't make me wash dishes, but when I got out on my own and realized that the dish fairy doesn't come and get the food off of the dishes.
Do you believe in the dish fairy, Eli?
She
I
doesn't
believe in the
exist.
dish fairy.
All right, I hope you move out soon and you deal with the moldy, slimy food that's going to accumulate in your sink.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
I've met a few
Ooh.
new grandmas recently that have taught me. It's a new tip that you have
a new grandma.
Yeah, you know when you like make new friends and you meet their grandmas. Anyway,
That's a thing.
you get a
thing for
napkin,
Eli,
and
I
if you save one napkin, and then at the end of your meal you wipe down your plate with the napkin and throw it away. That's
Who does that?
just some grandmas I've met recently.
I don't do it with
I
a
do
napkin.
it now.
That sounds good.
But I do clear my plate of food. But I rinse my plate off, or my dish. I rinse it thoroughly because a dishwasher is not a magical portal to cleanliness to clean dishes. You need to scrub the stuff. You need to do the scrub work. It doesn't come out scrubbed when you put your dish in the dishwasher.
Alright.
Dishwasher's more of like a disinfectant.
Yeah,
What do you guys think about what I'm doing right now?
just hand feeding yourself.
I just did this.
I just keep we have a pepperoni pizza here, and I noticed while we were talking, I've been hand picking pepperonis off these slices.
I do the same thing.
I like it.
So we're all disgusting.
We established that with the germ
I just didn't. I wanted to know how far it went, but I realized that some people might consider that really gross. What I'm doing, we're all eating this pizza.
I understand that people think it's gross, but my question doesn't change. Why is that gross? What is the consequence? Like, you know what? I think.
Well, I soak my hands in doo-doo butter every day.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, okay. But
couple
still,
hours.
I know I'm not going to die.
Yeah,
If I'd
that's
never
true.
seen you, that's bad. I mean, if I. The reality
really, but
is.
still.
The reality is, if I had never seen you do it, and I was a person that gets grossed out by it, and I never saw you do it, I wouldn't know any different. And guess what? I wouldn't get sick,
That's true.
and something horrible wouldn't happen to me.
Yeah. I should stop making so much doo-doo butter because I don't know what else to do with it.
Yeah, you should.
Okay. That seems like a good point to move on to the next hot button topic.
Oh wait, we need to come to.
Oh yeah. Okay. So on people opening cabinet doors and
Yeah.
drawers, it's.
You're despicable.
I don't know how we
if you
got
do
to
that.
dishwashing, but
Because it's
I-
the same.
it is in the
principle.
same realm of etiquette.
It's like such a small step. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a tiny, tiny, tiny step. It
So-
requires nearly no energy.
In short, a little goes a long way in our book.
That's a good.
Okay.
I don't know how to say
A little
it.
soundbite.
A little soundbite for you.
I just kept saying good. That's a good.
Okay.
That's what a soundbite is.
Next hot button issue topic, and now this one is one that I hold near and dear to my heart,
Okay.
and I'm eager to hear what y'all have to say about it.
Alright.
People who are over age 21 who say the word dude. How do you guys feel about that? I'm all for it.
I'm guilty, so I can't say that I hate it.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
I will say though, I feel more and more ashamed of it.
Yes. That is where I'm at. That's why I wrote it down. And I was like, you know what? That does bother me a little bit.
It
But I
does.
do it on a daily basis.
I do it.
And I have not changed that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to change it later.
I think I'm on the
Don't
verge
change,
of changing
dude.
it. You can't speak to it though.
It's a
because
new
you're not-
generation of humans, you know? It's
But do you think we're going to be like 40-something saying groovy? Or like...
Why would we say?
I think-
No, well, like
We're
the
just gonna turn
equivalent.
into 40-year-olds.
The
my
equivalent.
grandpa says swell. I feel like that's
Swell is
like
the thing.
I'm gonna
It's
be
not the
saying
same.
sick when I'm old. Like
You know, it's the same
that's
as
sick.
cat. if someone
Like, hey,
called someone-
cat.
like old people that say cat,
Yeah.
or call people, and you don't hear a lot of those old people saying that, but that was like
Yeah.
kid or
I do.
kid.
I
Yeah.
do
Hey,
think
kiddo.
those old people sound cool.
Yeah.
When I am around them.
I don't think. I think that's a certain type of old people that is kind of, in my experience, those old people are kind of like they don't really have their stuff together.
Think
They're
about
bad people.
They're not bad.
I think
They
maybe.
didn't make it too far.
I think
Those
maybe
cats
what-
haven't made it too. So if you're still a dude and you're 50, you can still be a cool dude, but you
Yeah.
know, it's like the dude from
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Big Lebowski.
That's true.
he's admirable.
I think maybe I might just chill it out a lot
Over
but
time.
then bring it back when it gets cooler. Because I think
There you go.
maybe late 20s it's like bad or something, early 30s,
I say write it out till about 35.
and then
maybe.
get rid of it.
I think I can pull back on dude. I think I could still use it. There's nothing wrong with still using it.
What if-
But I say it so much.
I only use it among other dude people.
What if you're
too,
talking to a baby? Is it okay?
to call the baby dude?
Yeah.
I call babies
I
dude
call
all the
Okay.
babies
time.
dude. I have two dudes.
Yeah,
Two
little
was-
dudes,
I
right?
just wanted to clear that up.
Okay.
But I also grew up. My mom says "dude" to this day.
Yeah.
She has always. I grew up with my mom starting serious conversations with "dude."
I think it's a
And I mean, like-
a mommy
like-
thing to do.
It's like
sometimes.
I don't know, because my mom. That seems pretty atypical to me. For my mom especially, like "dude" is not really her. I don't know.
She's saying it like ironically.
It's kind of. Is
no,
it
she's not.
playful
She's
or just?
no, she's dead serious. Like topics like, "dude, you can't be failing your classes."
I
or,
think that's.
like,
I think that's appropriate
dude.
I love that.
because she's trying to reach out to you. With
Yeah.
dude.
young.
She's trying to come to my level,
Mhm.
I like when
but she
teachers
still
do
does
that.
it. She still is like,
I
dude, or
I actually-
we both will see something and our reaction sometimes all you can say is like, dude.
I think it's a good way to, because I actually
Dude.
respond.
It's built in your
I
family.
respond better to that,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
adults talk to me,
Like a dude.
like
Yeah.
a dude.
My
Alright.
mom was telling me about an encounter she had at
guy.
Food for Less. She went to a Food for Less in Stockton on Halloween,
Oh,
and as she was
move.
walking up to the store, coming out of the store was what she described as a hag, an old hag, toothless hag, screaming that she was being chased by an employee dressed like a cat and a security guard. And the employee dressed like a cat was seriously like she was gonna get this lady. And she pounced on her.
Like a cat pounced?
She jumped on her, tackled her to the ground, and the whole time the old lady is saying, "Someone get a gun and shoot her! Shoot her!" She's screaming out to shoot these people, and at that, my mom described it as, "Dude,
exactly.
dude." That was her reaction. She was
Yeah.
like, dude.
And it's like it can mean so many.
Yeah.
It communicates so much.
So I don't know if
with-
I'll be
based
able to let up on
tone.
the dude because it's just like part of my. It's just dude.
Think about.
I think maybe it's ingrained way deeper in you than a casual dude or.
Yeah.
Yeah. Casual duder. Yeah, I'm not a
Also-
casual duder. It's like my language.
If you think about sounding weird as an adult, like think about older generations like having that same thought and like maybe deciding one day to talk like they were from the 1800s. Like, wouldn't that be weird if you knew an old guy that just
Why would they have
Had
to
a-
go back that far?
Way back.
you might as
That's a specific type of person.
if you yeah that's
I
true.
1800s.
I like that idea.
It's
might
the
be
same
funny.
thing as if you're a dude and then one day you start deciding to be a not dude. It's like you're an old guy living in the 1800s.
It's a strange extreme of that, yes.
That's extreme.
It happened.
It happens. That happened to my uncle.
I think I do want to pull back on saying dude though because it does make me sound a certain way.
What do you guys
I
think
don't know
about
that I
dude,
wanna-
huh? You guys out there in the
What are
audience
you
land.
dudes?
Email.
Email us
us.
at what is it? ltvspodcast@gmail.com. It's a real email. We haven't gotten one email yet, but we're crossing our
You
fingers.
don't tell them that. You say the emails are coming.
They're coming in. They're pouring in.
And you know what? Once we get emails, that's definitely going to have to be a thing where we read emails
Yeah.
sometimes. So
Yeah.
I mean, come on,
I know.
participate
Participate.
Okay.
in the debate.
So
We're kind of lukewarm on dude.
send
right?
on dude
I think I'm
in moderation. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's whatever.
but
Dude.
I feel like hecka the same. Like hecka.
Oh.
I say hecka all the time.
I
and
love
I think I
hecka.
should.
Eli loves Hecka.
I'm into
I'm
hecka a little
into
bit more than I am into hella.
I don't ever say hella.
Okay.
I kind of did a brief switch, but yeah.
How are we doing
Never
on
mind.
time here?
I don't know.
Let's go to the next one.
Okay.
We have to get through them.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
two more. The next hot button topic issue is when the cashier gives you the change with the coins on top of the bills, and for a moment you look like a fool jamming a large wad of cash into your pocket. Ugh. How do you guys feel about that?
What?
You don't know what he's talking about? I know exactly what
Like,
he's talking about.
Pile of change on top of a bill, you fist it, and
Give you your
fist, jam it into
I've
your
never
pocket.
fisted anything in my life.
Okay, well, I have been there. You give them a 20, they give you your change. It's like 10, 5, ones, quarters on top, with the receipt in between. And you're like, how am I supposed to get to my wallet?
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Yeah, and then you have to just shove it in your pocket.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
When I used to cashier, I'd do the change separate
Yeah.
from the bills.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, well, and I put the receipt in the bag, too, because no one wants to put a
Yeah.
receipt in their hand.
I don't want a receipt.
You
I-
cashiers, you
stop
dumbass
doing-
cashiers out there,
Yeah.
quit doing that shit.
Yeah, please hand me the change separately.
Sorry, was that too harsh?
No, it needed to be said.
It needs to
Yeah.
be said.
Just
Think of how
saying.
many people that's helping.
I know.
You know people are going to think about it.
Yeah.
Next time. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
It's yeah. As a guy I'm a backpack kid person, man, and I keep my wallet in my backpack, so it's always a struggle. You have to whip your
yeah.
backpack around, unzip, pull the wallet out, find the.
You're one of those guys.
Yeah. And I've gotten into the habit of preemptively readying my wallet,
Yeah.
and then
Well, that's good that you get prepped and
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't
forgot
like
to
people
do
that
it.
don't get prepped.
Yeah, I hate that.
You don't know what's going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Do you not know what you're about to need for this
sometimes
situation?
you just. The other day I blew into Taco Bell and I had to take my beanie off, and so it's already off to a bad start. So.
Yeah.
I pull the beanie off and it's in my hand, and I have my skateboard too, and I just put it up
Oh, you
against
sound cool.
the wall. I know. Beanies.
Beanies and skateboards.
Into a
Anyway, I have the backpack too, and the guy just like didn't have anything to do, and he starts asking me for my order, and I'm not ready yet, and it's
Oh,
horrible.
he pounced on you.
Yeah, and I had the backpack, and it was just, I don't know.
Yeah, that's rough.
And the change on top of the bills.
That wasn't
and the
your fault,
receipt-
though.
Eh.
He ganged up on you, man. Don't
That's
blame
true.
yourself for that.
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
I know, huh?
I do feel pressure. I don't like, going to buy anything and they don't give you enough time. I feel pressure from the line behind me.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to organize my bills, but I
Yeah.
hate just shoving them back
Yeah,
into my wallet.
Maybe we're all
and
just
then-
a little high-strung.
I know.
Maybe I should just take my time and organize my bills. That's
Yeah.
part of my turn. I'm taking my turn.
There
Turn
you
around
go.
to the line and say,
Oh,
I need to organize my bills.
I might do one of the...
See those people. I don't like those
Passive-aggressive
people.
Sigh.
Are you one of those people?
It depends. If the person ahead of me knows what they're doing is bad and doesn't care still, I mean, what?
I can't make that call.
I can make it. every
Sometimes you
time.
can tell if they know better.
Yeah,
But
it's usually the entitlement.
I like to give other humans the benefit of the doubt.
I never
in most
make that
cases.
call. I
well,
never, even if I'm feeling
like
so
doing
much
that.
rage inside, I will never do a big sigh, or even if I could be so angry and in my head I'm just like hating the person with every fiber of my being, if they turn around and say anything to me, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, see, I think it's good to have a few people around to do something and say something, because it's
Yeah.
kind of good to be reminded.
Yeah.
Even if, like, you're going to think that person's a dick or whatever, it might implant something in your head.
I'm always thankful for those who
Yeah.
rattle the cages every once in a
gotta
while.
rattle the cage.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Well, you don't like me, Megan.
I don't like cage
You don't like me?
rattlers. I don't like.
You don't like me?
If you're a cage rattler, I don't know.
If nobody
don't
ever
like
rattled the cages,
'Cause I
Osama
think-
bin Laden might still be alive.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh,
Just
that's
let 'em-
fine, that's fine. Osama, cut in front of me in line.
But let's not get started on that guy.
Yeah, that's not very important.
Get
Well,
me
he's
started.
dead. We're beating a dead horse.
Okay.
Beating a dead
Don't
terrorist.
call him a horse.
So on the
That's
topic of change jamming into pockets, wads of cash.
Yeah, the cashier. Come on, cashiers.
Give us a
Yeah.
break.
Yeah,
Yeah, give us, please.
give us a break.
Please hand me. Wait till I've got my bills in order, and then hand me the change I need.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, Nicole's getting hollowed at right now.
Oh, coworkers getting hit on.
Ah,
That's good. All
someone's
right,
like, hey, girl.
Okay.
let's do one more.
We've got one more, so it's
Hey,
perfect.
girl.
Megan, would you quit?
Who's this guy?
Sorry,
Oh, that's
people.
Megan's baby daddy.
We're
there's some drama going on.
we're being interrupted.
Baby
Oh,
drama
she's-
mama.
Some work drama. All right.
Okay.
Oh, that's Megan's baby daddy, though. He's like, and they're not together.
What?
He's stalking her over here.
Ooh.
And they just got into a fight. Oh, she sped off.
What the? Should we do something?
Let's call the cops. I think there's a number on this Domino's box.
There should be the 911 number on the box because
Why?
You never
You
know.
just said the number.
You never know is why. Forget
should
it.
we do this last topic really quick and then call it a
Well,
night?
just-
Yeah.
Day.
Call it a night day.
Okay, last hot button topic issue.
Hot bucket.
Save this one for last. It is babies sitting in laps in cars.
Who does that? Britney
What do you
Spears?
say?
Does anyone do that besides Britney Spears?
I've seen it.
I just see these babies sitting in these cars, and I'm like, come on.
Quit sitting in the car already,
Is the car
baby.
moving?
It could be just sitting there, and that brings
In
up.
traffic, though, you see this?
Yeah,
Or
there's
like in a parking
or people
lot.
holding their baby. They're like in their passenger seat. Their hubby's driving and they're holding their baby.
No, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I would call the police.
You call
Really?
the police?
I would call
I
the
didn't think
police.
it was that serious.
It's something
I don't know much about
I
babies.
grew up around, so I have like a weird.
I would call the police.
I don't mind it. When I was a kid, I used to ride. I used to get picked up by my Uncle Fred, and he drove around in a Volkswagen Beetle, and in the passenger's front seat on the floorboard was the only space for me to fit.
How old were you?
I was in like fourth grade. So I'd ride home
Just
every
in
day
that
on
little-
the passenger side floorboard
In that little pocket.
in the little pocket under this.
I wonder if
what's this
that's
called?
is that safe? The glove compartment.
Under the glove compartment. That's where I was.
You would die.
Hey,
You would absolutely die.
I didn't.
Yeah, but that
Put
doesn't
those
make
babies
it.
wherever
Beat
you
the
want.
odds.
When you have a baby, we'll follow up with this.
All right, yeah.
When you
Get
have a
back to me
baby-
when I have a baby. But whatever. Until then, I'll probably strap my baby to the roof of my car for all
Okay,
I
Mitt
care.
Romney.
Mitt Romney.
He strapped his dog to the roof of his car.
Really?
Oh, did he?
You guys never heard about that controversy
Current
during the
events.
election?
Why'd he do that?
He said it like as if everyone would be okay with it, like during some political thing. He
Yeah.
was like on family, but he was looking back at it fondly, like they used to put his dog on the roof of the car on the way to their vacation.
Why would you ever need to do that?
And people got so mad, which I thought was funny because it's like I don't care where you put your dog.
I feel like that's,
I mean, it's not like they strapped him down like his chest to the roof of the
It
car.
depends on if he was having fun or not.
That's what Mitt Romney says. He
true.
loved
He
it.
loved it. But
Yeah.
also, I've
how it
never even thought of putting a dog, like maybe a canoe, but a dog on the was he like
canoe.
on the rack or the?
No, like
He's
his
just tied
kennel,
up there?
His
It's like-
kennel was on the
And it
top.
was
So it's
strapped
like
down.
Yeah,
hooks
strapped
and
down.
the elastic.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Those?
And you're
I guess
strapped down.
that's
That's
cool.
better than running around in the bed of the truck.
It could be.
Mm-hmm. Possibly.
I don't know why, but I'm sure it's a little safer. But the roof of the car just
What about when
seems
you
so taboo.
stop?
The roof of the car seems taboo.
I feel like
Yeah.
when you stop.
Well, it's strapped like he said.
Oh,
Like
he's
you
got
put
like
a
a
canoe
cage
up there.
front and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably.
Put canoes on top of their
Yeah,
car.
for some
thought-
reason I was imagining like the Snoopy house on top of the
yeah.
car, and then he'd
That's-
fly out the front door
That
every
sounds-
time they
Oh
stopped.
no,
or
that
something.
would be a bad idea. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
But anyway.
I imagined the dog just up
So
there.
that's the new one, Mitt Romney. Where do we stand on Mitt Romney?
Yeah.
Well,
I would
the
stand
baby
on his
thing-
face.
I'll stand on his back.
I'll stand on his
Wiener.
sure.
We talked.
He's
We just
always
talked
wiener.
Eli into standing on Mitt Romney's wiener.
Email.
So
email in where you want me to stand.
That's. Do you want to wrap it up? Probably then
Yeah.
But
Okay.
babies,
So
I don't know, babies in the car.
in the car.
I don't really care. I think
like I
guys
said,
are-
I don't. I'm not.
You guys really don't care. 'cause
I
it
didn't
ruined my
mind
a little bit.
as a
Actually-
child on the floorboards or the you
It's-
know. I didn't
So-
mind then,
so
so I
Eli,
don't mind.
I'm gonna
now.
go ahead
I know
and
you
say-
have a little niece, right? Or a little
Oh
nephew.
yeah, I do.
Would you be okay with that little niece just like would you be okay with holding her driving down the road in your lap?
I wouldn't. No, if it's the driver, I say definitely not.
Well,
but if it's
even as a passenger, you as the passenger, your sister is like, all right, let's go. Hold the baby in your lap. We're going to such and such place where you know you're going to be on the road driving
in
through
that
traffic.
personal hypothetical
And you would have to
situation,
hold
I
him.
would say I would refuse to.
Yeah. See, you're not okay
You
with
got
it.
me. I say it's the year 2012, and car seats have existed for millions of years.
Have they?
Whatever.
I think your timeline is
No, he's right.
Oh.
It was after the wheel,
Yeah.
car
Okay.
seat.
In short, I think get
so
a car
do you have
seat.
to change your stance?
I do. I do care a little bit about babies. So
Because you can't just look at it, like, objectively, I have no connection with someone else's baby, but you have to think of it as in what a baby is. That's a precious thing.
that's true.
If
Babies
you
are...
would you
Not as
ride around
smart
with
as
Mia
me.
in your lap?
Not as smart as me.
Would you ride around with Mia in your lap?
I would probably.
What?
What? What am I doing? Am I bad?
Think of what that implies. If there was a wreck, Mia dies in your lap.
What if you have a pillow in front of the
Because
thing
you
that's
didn't
on
want
your
to put
lap?
her in a car seat.
She'll probably be fine.
She
though.
flies. Think of how she will die. She'll fly all around the car.
But, you
all
know-
her bones will get broken. She'll be smashed up, cut.
I think
it's brutal.
I think any
A
baby
brutal
might be
death.
safer underneath the glove compartment or in the glove compartment. So on that topic,
You gotta think of that being a possibility.
on that topic, I guess it's pretty bad to have your baby sitting in your lap while you're in a car.
It's bad. It's really bad.
2 to 1. 2 to 1.
Okay.
You're still
2 to 1.
No.
We
no.
gotta go, guys.
Okay. Thank
We
you.
gotta go. Thanks, everybody. Oh.
Hey Dan, this is your boy Kenny here, and I was calling to let you know that I unfortunately won't be present for a regularly scheduled interview. As you may know, the feature film The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey is making its way to theaters in just a few days, and you know how much that means to me to be the first in line. But I'll be happy to be back next week, and we could talk about a wide variety of all kinds of wonderful topics, like The Hobbit. Did you know that Denny's has a Hobbit breakfast? Alright, well, see you later.
MySpace messages, MySpace messages, MySpace messages, MySpace messages, MySpace messages, messages.
Hi, it's me, your long-lost friend. OMG, my eyes hurt when I use a computer, but I have this online class and stuff, and I just took a test that took like an hour, but I only got 48% right. It's math and I'm retarded and stuff. Yeah, but that's not why I'm writing you. I tried calling you earlier, but your phone goes straight to your answering machine. I should leave a message, but I don't want to, cause like, it doesn't say this is Daniel or anything like that. TJ gave me the number, and he's mean and probably gave me the wrong one. Yeah, probably not, but I need reassurance that it's you. Like, on your voicemail, I don't know, but I wanted to see what you were doing tonight and stuff. Yeah, I'm not doing anything, I don't think. I'm bored and jobless still. I'm a bum, yeah, well, you should call me, okay? Or I'll call you, since I have your number now, I think. Okay, bye. I was just thinking, why don't you like me anymore? Or not care to talk to me? I came up with several, theories or reasons, and they all seem pretty decent. I mean, not for me, meaning you not talking to me can't be good, but the reasons are fairly logical ones. But I won't go over them. Just curious why you never responded, or why the number TJ gave me didn't work. Oh well. I mean, I just wanted to say that I miss you in the old times. Not that I talk to you only when I miss you or anything. That's not it. But certain things remind me of... Remind you... me... I don't know. Yeah, it's not like that just recently, just sometimes. It's like in general. Or, I don't think that makes sense. But, you know, like... it just pops up in my head. I miss hanging out with you on your porch and stuff, you know, like just sitting outside when it's hot or nice and cool. Well, I should get to bed. I don't mind these one-sided letters. When you think about it, it's not that bad. At least you're reading them, right? Hey, I've been trying to get a hold of you. Seems like you don't want me to. I called your house and left a message. I was in the area and drove by today. Your car wasn't there. I even called Beverly's. I get no flyer. You don't like me anymore?
You don't know me, but did you like anybody during summer school last year when you were a sophomore in your health class? That film you were talking about, Old Boy, is hella cool. Dude, where you been, man? Picture day's on Tuesday. Dude, that Batman cartoon is hella tight. You gotta see it. Gotham Knights? When did you see it? It looks cool. Rippin' on Sunday? Yeah, I got your message, dude. I'd be down. How are you getting there? Jeremiah's mom. I drove by you today on Plymouth in Matt's Bronco. You were wearing maroon pants and looking incriminating. Haha. School's gay like all the time, but when the year ends, I realize how sick it is. Hopefully next year will be tight. LOL. Brandon, 209 guy, wants you to join their Mafia family. Mafia Wars is a new strategy game played on MySpace. Rise through the ranks from a petty thug to become Mafia Don.
Subject: Hi. Date sent June 15th, 2005. From Punisher. Hey Megan, you don't know me, but I'm Joel's friend. Can I tell you his secret, but promise not to tell him that I told you? He's a homosexual. He is obsessed with guys. Always slapping guys behind. LOL. Yep, he's weird alright. If you check out his Zanga profile, which is www.zanga.com/, it says that he has kissed 2 guys. But please don't tell him anything of what I've told you. I just wanted to warn you. Response from me, date June 16th, 2005. Is this a joke? Who is this? Response, Punisher says, no, this is not a joke. I am 100% serious. Like I said, I am his good friend. I just wanted to warn you before he gets all, you know what I mean. If you go to www.zanga.com/, you'll find out for yourself. In an entry that he wrote, he has information about him. If you look in the section that says number on the May 27th entry, you'll see that he has kissed 2 guys. God bless. Response from me, date June 19th, 2005. Why would he get all you know if he's a homo? I think you're pulling my leg. God bless you too, I guess. Response, Punisher says, he wants to act like he's not homo because everyone make fun of him. So he wants to get a girl for a while so that the guys would stop picking on him. When I said, you know, it meant that if he starts writing you love letters and that kind of crap, he'll start playing with your feelings. A fact about him, he's going to drama tour. He keeps on mentioning, I can't wait for the community showers. In parentheses, he's a freak. I'm sorry, but he has changed so much over the past year. This was a bulletin I posted on June 30th, 2008, and I said, just watched Into the Wild. It was too heavy for my heart. Now my heart is heavy, and my mind is heavy, and my soul is heavy. I've got the whole day off. I really need to lighten up. Response says, LOL, this shit is hella funny, OMG Megan. First question, if you could be a ninja or a samurai, which would you be? Answer, I hate both. God, I hate the word ninja. Second question is, how many times a day do you say f***? Well, one of my nicknames is F-word, so IDK 50 billion? Question, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Answer, buying a new red coat because she's been wearing that shit since I was 4. What are 2 things that should be removed from the universe? Answer, nuclear weapons and onions. Question, can you play Guitar Hero? That's my game. Question, how do you feel about Diet Dr. Pepper? Answer, okay, first of all, Dr. Pepper as a whole is a terrible thing, and anything diet can burn in hell.
There's no second of all?
No. Question, where is your biological father right now? Answer, I don't know, hopefully not at home. Question, ever been kissed under the stars? Answer, at night? Yeah. Question, do you think it's right for straight guys to get their tongue pierced? Answer, yeah, who cares? ... No, it's wrong, I'm against it. Line break, what the f***?